These are the 4 sleep habits that saved me. I recently moved into a new apartment and my sleep was completely wrecked. It wasn't just like this for like a couple days. It was like a week straight. Even on day 5 of no sleeping, I'm exhausted. I lay down just completely wired. My body was tired, but my brain refused to shut off. And it was so annoying. So annoying. Here's the thing. We all carry thoughts and anxieties, unfinished emotions throughout the day, but we stay so busy that we don't feel them or process them. We distract ourselves with work or social plans or scrolling or errands. Just because you made it throughout the day without letting those thoughts creep in doesn't mean that they're gone. It's still there. And when do you think it's going to resurface? When you lay down and you finally are free from distractions. That's when it's going to hit you. And at that point, as you probably know, when the thoughts hit you, they seem so much bigger and exaggerated. Like a small, mild worry you had at 2 p.m. all of a sudden becomes a full-blown spiral at 11:30 p.m. You also can't really solve your problems when you're trying to go to sleep and your brain's like going back and forth. I added 4 new habits. I'm going to explain them. The biggest change I made was journaling. This is what actually saved my sleep. I started doing this about 2 hours before I go to sleep. I probably wouldn't do it right before I go to sleep. I just take a blank page and I just start with what is worrying me right now. And I don't overthink anything. I just list all of the worry, get out everything that's in my head. Then I go a little deeper. What thoughts are connected to those worries? Sometimes there's a pattern or a story that you're telling yourself that just needs to be seen. If you like structure, you can draw a line down the center of the page and then write the worry and then put like best case scenario, worst case scenario. And you'll probably notice that those worst case thoughts aren't actually as scary. Okay, next you're going to write the to-do list that are running through your head. So write them all down, get them out, and then literally tell yourself or write it like, I have these to-do lists. Now I know what I need to do. I'll pick this back up tomorrow. But it's already written out. And so at night when you lay down and your head wants to do the to-do thing, it's like, no, we already got that laid out. And then lastly, I'll write, what do I need to get out of my head right now in order for my body to sleep? If your brain feels cluttered, your body will not settle. This habit is less about productivity or even reflection. It's about clearing out your mind and processing your emotions, thoughts, anxieties, so that when you lay down and you're free of distractions, it doesn't all hit you at once. Okay, cool. My next little tip is just to use your bed only for sleeping, okay? You want your bed to be a place that when you lay down, your body's like, oh, it's rest time. You should try not to use your bed as your workspace or your entertainment center. So then once I lay down, my brain is like, oh, cool, we're here, like, good night. We're not going to start watching TV or eating or like it's sleeping time. It will associate with sleeping. This I've talked about a lot, but getting natural light and movement. I also noticed when I first moved into my apartment, I was so concerned with unpacking and organizing in my apartment all day. I wasn't getting the same amounts of natural sunlight that I normally do, which is so important for my circadian rhythm. Just letting light in throughout the day and then limiting it before I go to sleep. My body knows like light, awake, no light, time to sleep. My final tip, and this one I'm actually the most proud of, it is to limit caffeine and alcohol. I have a habit and have had a habit for very many years of having a glass of wine with dinner. My whole family does it. So by the time I was 18, we were having a glass of wine with dinner every single night without fail. Any amount of alcohol is not healthy. I love it, but it's not healthy. It ruins the quality of your sleep. So even if you're sleeping the same amount of time, the quality of sleep is going to be lower and you're not going to get as much of that deep restorative sleep. I broke the habit. I am no longer drinking a glass of wine with dinner every single day. It's just unnecessary. I still will go out with my friends and have a few drinks on the weekend. So limiting alcohol. As far as caffeine goes, for a while I was doing no caffeine after 2 p.m., but I recently took it back to 12 p.m. It's helped me get to sleep a lot faster. So I added a lot of habits at once. So it's hard to tell which habit carried how much weight in helping my sleep. But a couple days ago, I did decide to have a nice coffee around 2 p.m. And that night, I was so restless. It took me an extra couple hours to go to sleep. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're tired, I really hope you get some sleep. I hope you have a great day. That is all. Please subscribe or don't, or comment or not. Give it a like. Again, you don't have to. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, goodbye.